If you have not liked this video, please pause there, go and like that video right now, like now, and make sure you subscribe if you've not subscribed. After subscribing, turn on your post notification in order for you not to miss any of our interesting gist, because guys, you will be slacking. Sadly, actor Ninalowo and wife Bumi are going through a very rough edge. They are separated and looking forward to a peaceful dissolution of their marriage for irreconcilable differences. That particular phrase or sentence, I don't usually feel comfortable with it. It is just the beginning of the end. Let's talk about what happened initially, what is happening now, and what people are generally saying about this topic, because it's a public discussion. As gathered, this is a very sad reality. In fact, my heart goes out to him. I mean, he's one of those actors that do very well between the English film industry and the Yoruba film industry. I mean, it has a balance. So him going through this actually sits very badly with me. I'm talking about the fact that I like this actor as a person, and then he has a very, very beautiful wife. If beauty was a name, I think her name would be Beauty. Really, let's not pretend. Let's not say I mean, you cannot say you do not see an elephant in the room when an elephant is in the room. She's that beautiful. She's a beauty to behold, simply put. So now Ninalowo went as far as saying his kids now have better understanding and knowledge of his pain. It makes me ask lots of questions. Are you saying that before now the kids were confused, but now that they are grown, they see it from a better light or a better perspective? That the kids now have to take sides? That is one question on one hand. Another point I noticed is he said he has to do this for the safety of his physical and mental health. I mean, that is huge. Anything that has to do with your physical health, is there any kind of abuse, or is your health deteriorating physically because of these marital issues? Now, what about your mental health? Is there a psychological problem to this? I mean, anything that has to do with emotional pains, it will affect you mentally. So I'm not going to blame him for making that statement about his physical and mental health, even though I do not have the facts about that. Another point he raised, which I'm even more concerned about, is may God reward him for all he truly deserves, or punish him for all he has done wrong, if that be the case. What does this mean to you? This statement, I mean, is like an ambiguous statement, a statement that is embodied into another statement. Are you trying to curse? Are you trying to say that you are very certain that this time it wasn't you? Because now let's go back. There was a time Nino had an interview, right, with one of these popular YouTubers, and Nino had to say explicitly that he cheated on his wife and he treated her very badly at a point, right? And that led to some sort of strain in their marriage, and he had to think twice, got himself, and he came back to her. Are you saying that that was in the past? Since you got back to her, you've been faithful, you've been the good father and the good husband, and you know what have you? Or are you trying to say that this time she is the problem? And that is where the problem is. The problem you have created from inception, I mean, at that point in which you said you were treating her badly, you have made a monster out of her. In my opinion, this is not a public opinion, it's just an opinion from me. I'm just thinking, you've made a monster out of this person. It is very possible. You guys got back together, right? The mistake we make is we think that everything will be as we left it, like things will not change, forgetting that that person is human too. And as humans, when you beat something so hard, we are forced to mold ourselves. We mold ourselves into fitting into the situation, right? In order not to kill ourselves, in order not to die, in order not to commit suicide. So somehow mentally, we get to mold ourselves to fit into that situation in order for it not to beat us down. So in the course of doing that, you might as well have built a monster out of the woman. Now that you're back, you think that, okay, you have met the same woman you left, but alas, she has changed. And from that point, or from that moment onward, there could be some things you've been doing before, you think they are still the normal things with her. However, she has changed, she has moved on in certain aspects, and she's not going to take those things anymore. So you guys are going to be having that issue. Why? Because basically she has grown, she has evolved from what you've put her through, right? That has shaped her, and she'll become somebody else. That is why it's not nice to people, because you're going to inherit the outcome, basically, right? So this time you may not be the problem. However, you may have contributed in building the problem for yourself. That is what I think. See, if you're seeing this video, like, I like you, like, a lot. I like you as a actor, like a Nigerian actor that knows how to strike the balance. I like something like that. If you want to act local, you know what to do. If you want to act very, very posh, you know what to do. So I really like you, right? I don't even know Bumi. I only see a very fine woman, like a very hot woman. That is all I see about her. So it's not like I'm taking sides here. I'm just trying to tell you the reality of what may be on ground, because we are not privy to the facts of the matter, right? Now that you have built that monster, it's going to eat you up. It takes the grace of God, really. If you do not involve God in your marriage, it's going to take the grace of God to, trace that back, because that woman has changed. She has moved on. You cannot see that, but emotionally she has, mentally she has, okay, psychologically she has. So all those things you bring to our table before, she's just going to dust it off and like, no, 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 I don't trust this guy. It's so hard, so hard for you to get trust once it is broken. The moment we realize this, it's going to solve a lot of problems for us. When you break someone's trust over and over, it's difficult to get that back, because we are humans, we are flesh and blood, okay? So it will take extra effort, right? And now you are the fine boy of the industry. Lots of women will be frolicking around you. In fact, the attention will be like 1000%. And how many women can stand that? She is not in the Nigerian entertainment industry, at least as far as I know. So how many women can stand that? Forget the fact that you guys post lovely pictures of the both of you together on social media. All those are not enough to like say that she's with you in the entertainment industry. You guys may just be doing that to, front. You get what I'm trying to say. So in this case, you may not be the problem at this time, but remember that you may have created the problem. And remember that, let me say this, the Bible says that what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. No man means even you, and Bumi. None of you should put asunder to your marriage. So aside from the people outside your marriage, you yourself should not put asunder in your marriage. Capish? He said he fought so hard never to be separated from his kids. That means that it has been happening for some time. Even probably those times they were snapping pictures and looking so fresh and all, they may be having those problems, right? For him to be fighting that hard over time, he must have endured certain things in order to be able to accomplish that up to this point, right? So I'm proud of you for that. Please keep fighting, please. Another thing he said is he is heartbroken but not shattered. Yeah. And what I could read, there's something called reading between the lines. What I could read between the lines is, yeah, he's heartbroken that he has to disappoint his kids. He's heartbroken that he has to disappoint the world, like someone like me, right? That his family is breaking apart. And he's probably even heartbroken that he has lost the wife of his youth. However, he's not shattered. He's not down. It's not that bad for him, okay? He also said a separation headed for an irreconcilable marriage dissolution. You see, that word irreconcilable is always so huge. Do you know that we can decide to live with somebody that is crazy if we are really intentional about it? And the only problem that I see basically with marriage is that maybe one person is putting in too much and another person is putting in too little. Like when one person is doing the 70%, the 80%, and the other person is doing just 20%, 30%, 10%, eventually the person carrying the heavier load will get tired. You leave so much chances for assumptions, and people just keep assuming things about you, and I think that's not nice. So I think that is one of the things that could make marriages irreconcilable, because really it shouldn't be that way. Okay, if there's communication, in-depth communication, I think all problems or most problems will have a solution. Then it said, moving on with their independent lives while jointly taking care of the kids. So that means this has been decided. They are separated already. However, they are looking into a peaceful dissolution of the marriage. This is not your best solution, really. If you think about it, I wish that you could reconsider. I wish Bumi could reconsider. You guys look too good. In fact, the first time I saw you guys picture, I was like, no, this guy is doing too much. He should not be marrying a woman as beautiful as this. At least let him help the generation of women who are ugly. What is it? What is it? You look good. Your wife looks super, super good, super, super gorgeous. After two, and she's looking so sleek. 16 years of marriage, guys, that's a lot. People are heartbroken. People are crying on the internet. Some are, so in fact, crying emojis are just so many on the internet. Lots of people are saying they are looking up to him. Lots of people are saying, oh, why? While some people are even judging the lady already. They don't even know anything about her, yet they are judging her. I'm going to put the comments on the screen. People are saying derogatory things. They don't even know what is going on in their marriage. I don't know what is going on in their marriage. You don't know what is going on in their marriage. I think, like he said, you should please allow them mourn their losses in peace. Because, of course, believe me or not, they have losses. And they're just counting their losses right now. So be kind, okay? Kudos to all those who are encouraging them to still hold on, to try again. Yeah, the Bible does not encourage divorce under any circumstance, only when there is adultery. However, if the person is a very good Christian, that Christian has to be very, very good to forgive adultery. Okay, now if a partner can do that, then they should continue with their marriage, because when you separate from your husband or your wife, if you're a Christian, you cannot remarry. Do you get it? So it's a whole lot of things to consider. Do you want to go and start living like a single mother, a single father? It's a whole lot to consider, right? My heart goes out to them. I pray and hope that they're able to reconcile their differences regardless of what they have put out already. So please let us respect their privacy. And if you have any help to render to them, it is in your prayers. Thank you for watching this entertainment gist. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to like, guys. I'll see you in my next video. You know how I feel when people call me and say, Funke, have you not seen so topic on social media? Have you not seen so entertainment just happening on social media? Guys, I'm always feeling very elated. Like, I'll be like low-key feeling high. Why have you not replied? Why have you not made a reaction video to this? Guys, people just started tagging me when it came to these guys' news, and I love that. Thank you all of you that reached out. Thank you to all of you that tagged me. I love you guys.